Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Haslina and I'm from local A1, and my number NPM is 21406010003. So today I can explain about what is culture shock. Culture shock is a term used to describe the confused, anxiety, or discomfort that a person may feel when in a different or a new culture environment. It is experience commonly experienced by people who move to or live for a attendance period in a place with norms, value, and ways of life that differ significantly from their home culture. A culture shock can occur on many level and cover many aspects of daily life, including language, food, social norms, ways of communicating, value system, and more. Some common symptoms of culture shock include a sense of missing out, of difficulty adapting, loneliness, frustration, anxiety, and fatigue. And this is there are several stages often identified in the culture shock experience, although each individual's experience may vary. This stage include initially euphoria or excitement, and confrontation which culture difference, feeling or frustration or confused, a judgment and adaptation, and finally acceptance or better understanding of the new culture. This is too important to remember that culture shock is a nature experience and can happen to anyone in a new culture environment. And many people can overcome culture shock through time and effort and feeling more comfortable and integrate in their new culture environment. So the first is culture shock in Japan, especially with regard to the bowing greetings. This can be one of the most striking culture different for people coming from countries that do not have a bowing traditional like in Indonesia. Here are a comparison between the bowing greetings in Japan and the usual greetings in Indonesia. The first is Japan and bowing greetings. They have three. The first is bowing procedure, and the second is frequency of bowing, and the last is business meeting. And the first is bowing procedure. Bowing is a sign of appreciate and respect in Japan. That's a deeper and longer to bow and greater to level of respect given. Bowing can be done when meeting for the first time, taking or admitting a mistake. And the second is frequency of bowing. In Japan, people bow frequently even in everyday situation. Office worker, for example, may bow to each other when passing through a room or exchanging a greeting at the office. And the last is business meetings. In a business meeting, the bowing procedure is a very formal and structured. The term meaning how deep and long to bow can reflect the hierarchy and relative social status between the speaking parties. And the different culture shock in Indonesia. In Indonesia is a greeting ordinary. This is have two. The first is common greetings, and the second is a smile and eye contact. What is a common greetings? And in Indonesia, greetings are usually done with a head, a handshake, and smile. However, in a different region or culture in Indonesia, there are also more localized greetings, such as the traditional Japanese greeting called sungkem. And the second is smile and eye contact. Smile and eye contact, this is our important part of a greeting in Indonesia. It reflects warmth and friendliness. And in Indonesia, it's not common to bow of shaking hand. While there is a culture of good manner, bowing in the context of greeting, it's uncommon and may be considered strange. For people coming from Indonesia to Japan, that's the experience of a service bowing and formal engagement in a business meeting may feel unusual. In contrast, Japan's coming to Indonesia may find physical engagement in greeting, such as a handshake and a tendency to speak more openly about a new culture experience. And culture shock here can include feeling of discomfort, of even confused related to the unwritten rules around greetings, and experience of respect in the local community. However, over time and with increased culture awareness, people can learn to adapt the different culture norms. So maybe that's all I can explain about culture shock in Japan and Indonesia. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.